Hey there, this here's Billy Mack, coming to you after a little vacay with my wife Tilly Mae. Yep, we went all out this year 'cause we was stuck inside for so long. But that's a story I done told y'all a little while back. Anyways, we booked us a week-long stay at Arlo Hardpack's backcountry resort. They got cabins, a big RV park, swimming pool, and get this, a spa. Sorta. I mean, it was a big bathtub full of hot water with a shop vac reversed and blowing into the water. Maybe I should ought to give a little, what us writers call, backstory. I was always what you might call a daredevil, ready to face any challenge. It all started when Tilly and me was courting and I took her to the county fair. My first attempt at daredeviling was on what's called a zip line, I guess 'cause you zip along a cable. Anyways, I was figuring on impressing Tilly Mae with my nerve and strength and all, so I goes up the ladder on this tower. And it was pretty high, you know. There was this attendant there to show me how to put on the harness so's I don't fall. I told him that wasn't necessary 'cause I've been harnessing horses and mules since I was a young'un. I wanted Tilly Mae to know that I knew a lot of stuff and didn't need no help, so I done put it on no problem. Then the attendant said,
"Sir, now you just take this gear wheel and carabiner combo and..."
I stopped the boy right there, took that there wheel thing and told him that I figured it all out and to stand back 'cause I was gonna fly. I snapped on the wheel and jumped off the platform. As I was flying by, Tilly Mae was waving her arms like crazy, I guess, to let me know I was her hero. Then I heard that attendant holler,
"But sir, you snapped it onto the wrong cable. That's one of the guy wires that support the tower."
I let Tilly Mae drive us home 'cause I couldn't drive, what with the sling and all. We was laughing a bit 'cause I can tell you one thing, them towers don't give an inch. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, the resort. You see, Tilly Mae and me wanted to skip the county fair this time, mostly 'cause we're getting a little older. Now, that don't mean we's getting softer. Heck no. I got a lot of years living in the Ozark Hills, and I've done a lot of things no city fellers even heard of. Now, a lesser man than me might not tell you the tale I'm about to relate. We had decided to rent one of the cabins 'cause they's set up more like our place, except their bathroom's inside. I noticed in one of them fold-outs they hand you that there's a hiking trail that goes right by the cabin, so we decides to take it. I gathered up some victuals and drink and such and tossed 'em into a backpack, which I had got along with 2 fine pair of hiking boots at Milton Friendly's military surplus store. Funny thing about Milt's place. Oh, but wait, that's a tale for another time. So Tilly and me take off on the trail at a fast clip. About a half hour later, we had figured a fast clip weren't the way to go. I was a little out of breath, but Tilly Mae said she was doing fine and said she would walk slower so I wouldn't get winded. She's thoughtful like that. So we walked just a little farther, slower. And we come around a bend and there was just a beautiful, panorama. We seen that we was on a kind of a cliff thingy that had lots of rocks and trees. So I started to walk out kinda on the edge of the rock cliff. Tilly Mae hollered,
"Billy Mack, you come back over here right now."
I told her I would go over there when I was ready. As luck would have it, I was ready. I go over to her and ask why she done hollered like that. She said,
"Well, Billy Mack, I don't think you should ought to be leaning over like that without something to hold on to. You know, like a walking stick. And there's one right over there."
She proceeded to walk over and pick up a fine walking stick. I could tell she liked it, but she didn't love it. I asked her if she wanted me to find her a better one. She said,
"Well, as long as you're a-asking, yes, I would, Billy Mack."
So I said, "Tell you what, When I was over on that cliff, I seen several sticks that might work, but she said,
That'd be fine, Billy Mac, but I want you to use this here one I found to make sure you keep your footing on those rocks, 'cause they's kinda high up.
I just looks at her and says that she should know me better than that. Besides that, the hill only leans at about 45 degrees and there's lots of trees, so there ain't nothing to fret over. And besides, I done a lot of walking around on rocks way back when. Why, with these new boots and my natural ability to balance, this will be a breeze.
Okay, Billy Mac, I see you got your mind set on it, but you better find me a real purty stick.
So I proceeded to step back up on the rocks and look around. Then I saw a really nice long one over by the edge of the cliff. I hollered at Tilly Mae to say I found a purty stick that would be perfect. I hollered again when I picked it up and saw what it was. As I was tumbling down the 55-degree hill, I thought I had no idea prairie king snakes didn't live just on the prairie. So, my friends, after we left the emergency room, Tilly Mae once again drove us back home 'cause the cast on my arm and leg did not allow me to get behind the wheel. You know, if this sort of thing keeps happening, she might have to get a driving license.